Hey, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. You guys know that Tuesdays are for From, and we are rotating the hosting, and tonight is my night. I cannot wait to get into episode 2, y'all. I was in my feels, if I can tell you the truth, if I can be 100 with you. It had me in a special place, but I'm not doing this alone. We have some very special guests on tonight. I'll bring them up one by one. I guess we will start off with um Jack-o'-lantern, Wicked Witch of the East. We're gonna start right there. Hey Kay, how are you this Tuesday? Are you ready to dive in?
Yes, it is. I want to give Kenny a hug.
He needs a hug.
I need to give Kenny a hug. Somebody
Poor,
need to.
poor Sting, because he don't have nobody in the world. And he don't. That's what made it so heartbreaking. It's like your mama said he won't have nobody, and he don't.
She was right.
Next, we have to bringing in on the stage, Edward, Edwina, Scissorhands. Edwina, how are you doing tonight? And what did you think of this episode?
Well, it was cool. I'm not on the emotional state with everybody else. I feel bad for Kenny, but it's like, you know what? We were just here last season with Kenny's dad, so I can't shed thug tears for you twice, Kenny. Like they didn't have to do her like that. They didn't have to take Miss Chin, and I'm gonna stand on that. There were other people to sacrifice.
Lord have mercy. And you guys, just a heads up, if you're wondering why these two ladies are dressed up tonight, Kay is hosting I guess spooky season kickoff immediately following this live. So make sure you're there or be square. Okay. All right. Y'all, we're not gonna belabor the point. We're not going to waste any time. We are going to get right into this. And thank y'all so much for being here. Shout out to the 38 people who are already in the building. We appreciate you being here. Again, it wouldn't be an Ashley Live if I didn't get overall thoughts in the comment section. Be sure to drop your thoughts as well of this episode. And this time I want something different. I'm going to take a play out of Kay's book. And I want to know if you had to rate this on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. What would you rate this episode, Kay? And what were your overall thoughts?
I have to watch everything 2 times. I don't know what that's just me. That's the ADHD. Everything I watch, I have to give it like a one watch, and then I have to go back and like, okay, I've seen some of it, and I can go back and like really, really watch. So everything we review, I watch it 2 times. And the first watch, I was just like, it's all, I guess the aftermath of. But this episode, it was a more dialogue heavy. This episode was more it might not have been as action packed as the last one, but you had to kind of pay attention. This is one of those episodes you got to start focusing. From has a lot of focus in on episodes. And with that being said, I'm gonna give it a solid 6. It was gonna be about a 4, but upon second watch, I'm gonna put it up to about 6 out of 10.
Oh, out of 10. We was doing 5K. So is that a 3
Let
out
me
of
no, yeah, then we put it down to a 3. No, that's a 2.5. 2.5. It ain't that good. 2.5.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's still F. It's failing. Tyra.
I
What's
definitely rate
here?
this episode a 3. I really feel bad for Kenny. It makes me more concerned with the show. I want to know where they're going with it. For us to get one character, hit him with a double dose of death, back to back, that says a whole lot with the number of characters we have here. I wish it was somebody else. So, like Jim and them, yeah, we always, lose some of them. But, hey, I think it's still a 3. It still hit hard enough to have an emotional impact on the people who love the show and are really going to miss Miss Chen and her presence and just what this means for Kenny. Because, Lord Jesus, somebody hug Kenny. Somebody rub Kenny's back and his booty. He needs some love. He's been in the damn farm, too. He
Just
does.
just don't let it be mullet. Let's hopefully just let it not be
The
mullet.
options are limited, okay?
Let it be someone daggone from the colony house. Some new cooch, right? Let's get him some new. Let's give him some new booty. Let's try that. Overall thoughts. If I'm rating it out of 5, I'm gonna say 3.5, 4. I think that this episode is going to be one of those foundational episodes that'll set the stage for the rest of the season. Like with Ethan, I think he's forever changed at this point. I think we saw a change in Victor that's going to be pivotal down the road. Yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. You guys drop it in the comments. What are you rating it out of 5? Um they're like, what in the comments? Okay. Let's get on down here. So as it opens up, we know that Boyd is down bad. Jade apparently has been up all night with the lambs and the sheep and all of the wild stock that he has now in his home. He even took a break from drinking because he said, listen, I have to go check out the damage. I guess imagining or knowing he's going to end up seeing potentially 2 bodies, right? In that barn. He gets there, he sees Boyd, chained to the pillar or tied to the pillar, and he just sees the remains of Tien Shin. He's down bad, and what I want to know from you guys, what did you feel in this moment, and is this something that you think that Boyd will be able to get past? Tyra, I will start with you.
I'm just looking at myself. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I think we're going to see Boyd spiral a little bit because there's a lot being thrown his way, and they are trying to break everyone, but they're trying to personally really break him down. So I think it'll get worse before it gets better, and we're going to see him get just on the brink of losing all of his sanity and just looking like there's no hope, and then Boyd's going to pull it together, but not just yet.
I think he already had the weight of the world on his shoulders. And I feel like now it's multiplied because not only did I watch her get unalived and kind of left myself, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're so strong. You're so strong. That really
you gave me sick.
Shout out to Harold Perrineau, though, because he's going to act down every single time. But again, with the weight of the world already on his shoulders, him already feeling responsible for everything that's gone wrong in Fromville, Kay, is he going to recover? And drop it in the chat. Is Boyd going to come back from this? Is he going to snap back?
It's not a matter for me of is he going to, but when, because before he snaps back, he's going to snap completely. Is what's going to happen first. Because see, I don't like how they be trying to approach him and confront him like he caused all of this. Like he pulled up just like everybody else, and he had to take his own wife out to save these people. What
we gonna get to it. We gonna get to that tomfoolery. Shout out to Dion Sherman and shout out to the 64 people that are already in the building. Thank you for being here. Dion Sherman coming through with a $5 super chat, and we love a good super chat. And Edwina Scissorhands does most of all. In my opinion, so far this episode has been a solid 10 all the way around. I know it's only been 2 episodes so far, but the acting and writing has been A1.
Yeah, the acting is definitely A1. The writing, they lost me with the livestock. Thank you, Dion.
She's not getting over that. She's why did y'all? And we just got to take a moment of silence.
Oh, why?
Because it needs to be seen. Look at it. You need to remember this moment. Because here's my thing, right? With Boyd, and we know he's emotional. We know he's a deep feeler. the way she was only being held together by sinews and tendons, I said, sir, you cannot grip her with her rib cage open like that. It was very bothersome. It really, I really thought she was going to fall apart even more than she is. But do you guys have any last words for Tien Chen? Any things that you want to say about her character? Will she be greatly missed?
Hell yeah.
Who gonna cook the meals these days?
I mean, not to like put that on her, but she was cooking and servicing the folks. Who's gonna run that diner? Like she was just a beacon of normalcy there. You can go into that diner and eat like those little pockets where things might feel normal there. Miss Chin represents that, taking people in. There's nobody that she's going to turn away. She has that, stock of things. She's almost the Salvation Army out here, bringing the people in and making them feel comfortable, just like Boyd and Donna. She's a part of the not so much initiation process, but getting people through the process of what the From is and how to be comfortable in it. So now that she's missing, that's a big portion of the town just gone and lost. And then you have Kenny. You have Kenny. This is not some random. This is Kenny's mother. Kenny's other only living parent, only living connection in the from the outside world, and now she is gone. A part of Fromville in the community just really died, literally, physically, emotionally. Like this is gonna sting for some time.
Yeah, she was one of those people, I think, like you said, that was really kind of like the core group. I feel like she was the glue that held a lot of people together. And we really saw it demonstrated in this episode, especially with little Ethan, because, honey, apparently they had fostered a really genuine connection. Even psychopath Sarah, um, there was a connection there. She was very well loved. Kay, any final words for Tien Chen?
She, I can't even say she went out like a G because I don't even know if she could fight back. But we're gonna do a nice service for you.
Trent King, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you so much. If Boyd snaps, how will anybody notice? Asking for myself.
Yeah, they won't. It's too much going on they'll probably notice just because it's Boyd. Boyd is the go-to. Boyd is the staple, just like Miss Chin, just like Donna, but Boyd is the leader. So if he snaps, they're gonna notice. Now, in a sense of Boyd stays snapping off on a regular, so I can understand what they comment me. Like Boyd, y'all know he loves the cuss word. We can't do that on the live, but y'all will take him there. I think for them to notice, it'll have to be even more irrational and louder than before. I don't know how we're going to accomplish that, but with the state of things, we're going to make it happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dion Sherman back again with a $2 super chat. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the giving spirit on tonight. We will all miss Mama Chin. She was the Fromily mom. And she was.
Fromily.
Oh, she was. Let's keep going, you guys, because it doesn't start there. It's just getting started. There we go.
No, Boyd. We are all we have.
Okay, Donna. Like, ma'am. I get it. Right. But it feels unjust to me because, Donna, you wasn't quick to go and gather anybody. You stuck up in that colony house with those ingrates and degenerates. And I mean, what was he didn't know what to do. And I think in the moment, he's just thinking we're out of food. All of those rotten turnips, carrots, potatoes are done. He thinks that everybody is going to be out of food. And the next thing we know, Fromville is going to be a daggum cannibal island, is what I would have been thinking in my mind. Now, would I have made the trek all the way to the barn? No, I would have just brought the livestock right in my house. Just come on in here. It'll stink for a night. We'll figure it out in the morning. But her outrage to me, I didn't feel like it was justified. Kay, what did you think of Donna spazzing on him? And drop it in the chat, you guys.
He should have cussed her slam out for that because, ma'am, what you doing? What you doing besides babysitting the hippies? Because I'm out here trying to make, what you doing? Because the last I checked, me and you arrived here. None of us are from here. We don't know how to leave here. We got the same information about this place. So if you want to go off at me, how about you go sit down and write down in the journal? Okay, because I ain't the one. You just said that. I ain't the one. Don't blame me today. I just had to watch somebody pass away right in front of my eyes. Did you get to see? Did you see that? Did you watch that? No, you didn't. Get out my face. He should have went
Yeah.
on. He should have been clean off on her. Cause see, she's just looking for somebody to displace her anger. Cause around them kids, she got to seem strong, the strong one, and then come over there with Boyd and want to break down. Don't break down in front of me.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're both pillars, right? But I think Boyd is always in the midst of the action. Hindsight's always 2020, but in the moment, like for me, I'm like, Boyd, don't let Tien Chin help you because she's all Kenny has left. Put her back forcibly if need be. That should be the priority. But now that it's done, it's done. And then for him to cuss, because he did cuss, he said, "Get the F out of here." And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for trusting you and believing that we would get out of here."
Exactly. She said sorry and then threw shade at the end of it.
Tyra or Edwina Scissorhands. Excuse me.
Don't do Donna. Don't do Donna. I love Donna. Donna asked the questions that the people wanted to know. I am the people. Why? Why were we out there? Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Donna asked the question. I just wanted to know if they were going to skate and act like that was just such a smart decision, us being out there in the first place. No, we mentioned it in the episode for a reason. And there was a reason that me and Donna was here and she asked, why? Why? We would have found something. We always find something. Like, no, I don't want to hear under any other circumstances. Maybe if a little Ethan was out there, I could have understood because it's a kid. We don't want the kid to die. Well, some of us, because I could be all right. But we went out there for livestock. Did you see how slow him and Miss Chin was out there trying to herd that cattle? All that opportunity for death. I was not mad at Donna for acting and acting. Was she acting out of anger and being a little, misunderstanding of the situation? I don't even think she knew at that point what Boyd had experienced. All I know is Miss Chin is dead, and I need to know why. We were out there for what? For cattle? That wasn't a good enough reason to go out for me. I'm sorry. So I understood that. Was she supposed to be taking her frustrations out on Boyd? No. Boyd has put himself in this position to be well, you said, they shouldn't all be looking to Boyd. I don't know if we're going to transition into everybody kind of moving more as a unit and us all sharing this burden of trying to keep each other safe and food, but it's all on the town sheriff's back. It shouldn't be, but it is. So when something goes awry and you were at the foot of it, I want to know what happened and why she's dead. Miss Chin, the pancake comfort maker is dead. Yeah, I need some answers.
Oh, man. So while chaos ensues, well, actually just the aftermath of chaos ensues in Fromville proper, in the adjacent, I don't know what quarters they're in, but on the other side, we find a cabbage patch and now there's hope before loss. This was, again, someone put it in the chat. I just saw it. Super ironic. That now I find a way out for the people. At least we know we're going to be sustained, right? Not knowing anything that's going on back at home. His only blood relation, the person that knows him better than anybody else in this world, is gone. And then there's Jim just being Jim. I really can't stand even looking at him. It just so happened that this GIF included him. So it is what it is. Now, were you guys surprised that there were alternate food supplies? I'll start with you, Edwina.
I cannot with you, this Edwina. No, because this is the type of timing that the Fromville be on. You talking about irony with this food. This the irony of us going out there with Jim because we didn't want Jim's kids to, feel the sacrifice of losing two parents. And he lost both of his parents. It's irony in that, and as well as food. Mm-hmm. So everybody can have a what if. Well, if we didn't go out there, my mom would still be alive. As a matter of fact, we even found food. It just leaves room for resentment and regret and anger. We were out here for what? I found enough food to feed the colony just on forward. This is just a really unfortunate, sad situation. But I do want to know why the food supply is growing robustly there and the soil is, dead elsewhere. If this is, good grounds, we need to relocate. We need to relocate. If this is a part of the forest that the From can't touch, then we need to move around. But this could be the From playing games and being manipulative and yeah, we're going to let you get some food when you get back. Your whole life's going to be destroyed. I don't know.
Yeah, and I know these totems are in place for a reason. So I hopefully at some point we do get the lore of what that's all about. Kay, were you shocked that there was the Cabbage Patch? And what did you just think of this idea that now I can feed everyone, but the person who cooks the food, but not only that, is completely gone, like sick and twisted. The Fromville, Fromland, whatever you want to call it, is petty Patricia.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, uh, they weren't even out there looking for food. They was out there trying to find that man wife. Okay, and then he go out there like, you know what? We done made it this far, but I really don't think that if she want us to go. No, duh. Okay, if she wanted y'all to go, she would have packed everybody up and said, "Let's go." You didn't be leaving that. That's why Ethan is close with everybody except for his own parents, because they'd be like, "I'll be right back. I gotta go see something. I gotta go investigate something," and neither one of them come back with any real answers. Y'all just be wandering around in the dark. And then you took Kenny. Kenny didn't even have to go with you. He didn't have to go.
He wanted
He
to.
could have went alone to do his Mission Impossible.
Listen, when it comes to them kids and Jim, he's gonna leave them every single time. Every single time. He don't give a damn about them kids. He says F them kids every day. Lord. Okay. All hope is lost, you guys. Like I said, I feel like this was a pivotal moment. Victor spazzes because Ethan's like, "Oh, where's Miss Chin? Where's Tien Chin?" And Victor's like, "Look, she's dead. People die. I told you. This isn't make believe. I'm out of here. I can't deal with you anymore." Ethan and Julie look extremely shook. And I love this expression that we got on Victor's face right here because it emotes. This is exactly how he was feeling. And again, if the From, whatever, if it feeds on hope, and our most hopeful, our most innocent, our most doe-eyed person now is becoming cynical, what does that mean for the future? And will Ethan ever be the same again? Kay.
I mean, at this point, it's hard to kind of keep up hope at this point because everybody's scared. People are hungry. This lady pregnant out of nowhere. They done lost the staple in the community. His mama gone. At this point, sometimes you might not need hope. You might need to be real, and they might need to be real at this point. They need to have a town hall meeting and say like, "Look, this is what's going on right now." Instead of all that hope stuff, instead of hope, we need to be planning for what's next. Planning because this place is like what is that show? The Hunger Games when they start messing with the arena. They messing with us right now. All the rules we thought applied are not the rules right now. They need to be let's ain't no hope right now. Let's plan.
We'll definitely talk about the hope factor because we got some interesting tea on that in what we think is the real world later on in the episode. But Tyra, will Ethan ever be the same again? Or did something shift in the From?
Child, do I care? It shifted. I want to give her a blanket. She needs her blanket. Like, Ethan acting like they just got there yesterday. Ethan acting like he ain't seen, parts of the world. Like he knows. He knows enough to know that there is death around the corner, all up and through the From. They're making it really significant because it was very heavy-handed this episode. Like Ethan's lost his innocence. So this definitely means something for the From and for Ethan. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know. It's bad when it's from. It's bad. Like when there's those beacons of light and hope. When we're taking innocence away from Ethan, taking staples away like Miss Chin. These things are put into place for a reason. I think we thought for the longest that the From was kind of moving and just slaughtering at will, like whoever's out, whoever's free. Like, no, everything I think has been very strategic. So they're doing this to Ethan and Miss Chin for a reason. She can't get the blanket. I want to get her. Like, bitch, boy, I done told you.
Not the My Girl moment. Thomas J can't see without his glasses.
Child, y'all know, don't nobody let Ethan hold on to somebody. They don't care about this Ethan. They more worried about Thomas than Ethan, and he ain't even there.
And I really do wonder, and I know Tyra, you mentioned this in your recap review, and I did as well, which is the fact: is this loss of hope going to be tied to whether or not he gets to see the boy in white? Right. And so I'll definitely be interested to see if he has any encounters later in the season. But yeah, honey, she needs her blanket. It'll be cold without her blanket. Sam B, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. All the mothers in Fromville are gone except for Fatima, excuse me, and that's looking rough. It's looking really rough. It's looking it's looking extremely rough. With that. And all I want this one to do is get to the freaking point, Tabitha. I don't need you hemming and hawing. I don't need to go back there 3 or 4 times to have a little excerpt and segment with you. I know I'm here for a reason. I just don't know what. I don't know, I have this painting. Okay, how'd you get the lunchbox? Answer a question, answer a direct question, Tabitha, and then we can move forward. Again, this was the moment, though, where we do get some additional tea. And it wasn't this exact scene, but it was later in their interactions because we find out that Victor Mama had all the tea on the from. Okay. And she talked about people who were lost and afraid, living inside a nightmare they couldn't speak, fighting a battle they couldn't win, holding on to hope. And then when hope was gone, holding on to each other. And I want to know from you guys, first of all, what did you think of this interaction between Tabitha and Victor Daddy brother? I'm just over her. And then secondly, do you think hope has been lost in Fromville? Because it just seems like more dissent than it is community at this point for me. I'll start with you, Edwina Scissorhands.
This took longer than it needed to be. I know Tabitha's doing the best she can. I told y'all with my little situation, my video, Tabitha can barely walk and chew gum at the same time. Now, look, don't be out here expecting her to just be out here making miracles. This is it just kind of felt redundant that we did all of this show and prove for about half the episode for him to go, well, yeah, if you knew you had all this in the basement, babe, we could have been down here. We're wasting time. I need them to be working in unison outside, finding hollow trees and tapping on walls, finding safe passageways. I don't know. Be out there looking for the thread because there's a connection. This isn't just out of the from. All of this stuff is working like one, big carnival. Something is off, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see where this goes, but they have yet to actually leave this house. When he cut to the camera and she was asleep, I said, girl, what you doing asleep?
And he had the blicky on her, and I said, I would have too, because I don't trust you, Tabby.
I said, what you doing asleep, girl? We on borrowed time. I need you to get outside. But I'm glad that he did, become receptive and he believes her. But there's also a sense with Victor's dad, because that's his daddy. Like, don't play with me. I've been through enough. I've been a pariah. I've been, whatever in this community. If you're telling me my son is alive and you're not playing, this changes everything. Tabitha better not mess this up. Because he looked shifty. He looked like Victor daddy. He looked shifty with the blicky and he could pop off at any second. So keep it cute. And I don't need her sleeping anymore. Not only because we on borrowed time, but girl, watch your back. Wake up. I know you tired, but I need you to get up.
I also thought it was super interesting when we did finally get down into the secret basement, right? Mm-hmm. That all of these paintings were so different and they all seemed like they were in different eras, right? We got some that looked like Civil War times. We had some that looked more current. It was very interesting. Kay, do you think that something down there in the basement is going to be the key for escaping Fromville, or I don't know, do you think it doesn't even matter at this point?
If it is, she ain't gonna find it. It could be at this point. It could be because she can't see the forest for the trees. I feel like she got out. It's like she beat the game, but she's looking like I don't know what to do next. Like help everybody else win too. She don't. She at this point she's just like I'm out of here. I don't know how this happened. This is amazing, girl. Figure out how you got out of there and go back and get everybody else. So the clues are probably all there. Victor's younger than him dad has been stacking up stuff and he don't even know what they mean. Tabitha's got a gold mine that she's sitting on right there at this point.
I don't know, Kay. I think this is a trap. Like the fact that the mother wasn't even there. She had all these visions of the from before she even got there to have these paintings. It feels like, you know, luring somebody in to care, and it's like, well, you're one of many who are, you know, chosen to free these children. But if you don't free these children, y'all just trapped here and condemned to be whatever those from things are doing to folks. I think this is all a trap. I don't believe none of this. I don't think none of this is gonna help a thing.
It probably not the way she. I don't think she ain't using none of the information, because honestly, it's all connected. What did they used to say in Manifest? It's all connected.
Yeah, it is. It is all connected. The fact that she was able to paint these before ever making it to the from, that shows that I don't think there is a from. I think all of this is one big alley-oop. Somebody's lying. She's not out of anything. I don't think she's out of anything, actually.
You guys drop it in the comments. Put a 1 if you think this is a trap. I'm curious to know. And shout out to the 113 people who are in here on a Tuesday talking from. We appreciate you being here. But drop a 1 if this is all a trap. All a trap for Tabitha here. Okay, now it's time to pay the piper. It's time to deal with everything. Now, the scene I didn't put up here, and I didn't put it up here because Jim was in it, and I was annoyed because as soon as they get back in town and they see the long faces, are my kids okay? Jim, shut up. You don't give a damn about those kids. Like, let's stop pretending. Can we tell it? Can we call a thing a thing? Can we tell the truth? Can we do that? But anyway, once we get past Jim's little feigned care and concern for his progeny, we find out that, Kenny finds out that his mama gone. Your mama gone, baby. But Boyd doesn't say immediately that I was there. I saw it. He doesn't say anything. He just lets it ride. Yeah, they got her last night. The cattle got out and she got. Okay. And so now we see Kenny on a kamikaze mission. He done went to fill up the bottles with the alcohol because he's going to blow up the tunnels because he thinks I'm taking them all out. And Boyd finally lets him know. I mean, after more than half of the episode has passed, I was there, but I couldn't do anything. And honestly, I expected a more, I guess, angry response from Kenny. But we completely just saw him utterly and completely just break down.
Why would you put this?
Because you need to see it. You need to see it. You need to remember it. Because again, we know Boyd had remembered those last words. And in a nutshell, it was like, take care of him. Now he has no one. And baby, he don't have anyone. Kay, I want to start with you. Talk to me about Kenny's kamikaze mission and Boyd saying, I'm gonna go with you. I'll do it. But if we do it, we might not come back. And his grief and his mourning. Did you expect that response at that moment from Kenny?
I knew they weren't going to do nothing right now. Kenny is grief. He's fragile. Boyd is still fragile because he had to watch the boy's mom die in the worst way. Like, she didn't just die; she was ripped apart and cast and she died a slow death. Okay, while he was out there with Jim doing nothing. Okay, looking for somebody who's not trying to be found at this point.
Looking for somebody who's still alive, child.
And that was too much for Kenny. It was a lot. Okay, Kenny is still processing one death, and now he has to deal with another, and they still ain't got nowhere.
Yeah,
still ain't got nowhere. It's like he came back and like, so my mom is gone, and y'all ain't got no answers.
No, and they don't. Edwina Scissorhands, what did you think of his mission? Could it work? And then how did you handle seeing the breakdown? I will say this is some superb acting here on the part of the man who's playing Kenny and Boyd. I love the embrace. It was emotive. I felt it. I shed a few tears. And y'all know I'm a triple OG. Okay. I'm not. I'm a crybaby. But
I mean,
so you cried?
No.
Yes, I cried.
Oh. No,
I did. I welled up with emotion.
No, I was like, since we here and we pack this moonshine, let's set it on fire and see what happens. I don't feel like they've done enough to take advantage of the daytime. Like, let's see what we can make do. Set it on fire, and just since we're here, just set it on fire and let's see what happens. That's where I was. But I was glad that Boyd said something, first of all, because I thought we was going to go through yet another season of him keeping it a secret and Kenny getting upset and, you know, acting out. This is to be expected from Kenny. Once he processes, because it's not going to stop here. I think Kenny's going to blow up and it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be real terrible, and we're going to see a Kenny that we've never seen before, because it just has to escalate. There's nowhere to go from here, but, you know, down even further beyond us just doing tears. And I don't think it's gonna be good. I think we're gonna see him spiral. Just everybody's gonna spiral. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. And just this outpour of emotion, even though it was very heartfelt, and I'm glad that Boyd was there to console him. I was like, yeah, that ain't. It's some more coming after that. It's absolutely some more.
Oh, goodness gracious. And this is a perfect villain origin story. So they would be wasting a storyline if they didn't lean into that with Kenny's character. Dane C. Hey, Dane. What's going on, sir? Peace, Tyra, Ashley K. Tyra, you were wrong. Loud and wrong and strong, he says. It's not a trap. They need to set stuff for future seasons. Tabitha will come back with supplies. She coming back, Dane?
She coming back. If she comes back, it's gonna be it's gonna be some type of supplies. You coming back with supplies?
Supplies.
That Tabitha ain't rolling up. Tabitha come back with some supplies. I send you a super chat. Tabitha ain't coming back with no damn supplies. Okay. Y'all putting a little too much. Like I said, if there was a Donna out there, a Boyd, a Kenny, then we can maybe count on somebody to come back with some supplies. We ain't coming back with that. Absolutely not. No.
Lord have mercy. Now we're back to baby Chucky and rotten cravings. This is disgusting and vile. But first, she finally opens up to her baby daddy, Ellis, and is like, I'm just not... I haven't eaten for 4 days. I can't keep anything down. The food is terrible. So then we go meet Dr. Nurse Crackhead, and he's looking at her sideways like, where's Mullet? AKA Christy, because I don't trust you. Are you still on the drugs? Are you still on the dope? Because around the eyes, it's looking like you might still partake. Finally, they give in. She gives Fatima an exam and is like, Fatima, this is all normal, but Fatima's losing teeth. Okay, she's losing teeth. She is having the most terrible morning sickness, and it's not normal morning sickness, y'all. It's very disgusting. And so, you know, do this, try to get some food in you, you know, and you're going to be just fine. She gets back to the ranch, aka the colony house, and starts eating. She's sniffing around at first like a little scavenger, like Dobby the house elf. I won't let it go, because that's exactly what she reminded me of. And she's sniffing around. She's like, it smells good. Let me go to this pile of compost and let me take a bite. And it's amazing. To her eyes are rolling back in her head. She's scavenging. She's grabbing it, sticking it in her little scarf there, and then doesn't even go into secret. She goes into the little corner of the house and just proceeds to smash. This is not a human baby. This is not a normal baby. This is Alien Nation baby Chucky. Tyra, what say you?
Why is she waiting? The way I would be trying to get that out of there. The way I would be trying to get that out of there. Like, she knows this isn't normal. I'm surprised Ellis hasn't, you know, clocked her sooner. She doesn't even look. Fatima is always all radiant, taking dips in the pool, just looking as beautiful as she wants to, like she not in the from. She looks like she in the sunken place. The body's sunk in the cheeks, the dark circles around the eyes. Her teeth is falling out of her mouth. Like, she's every bit of dying. Because that thing is sucking the life out of her, and now we're eating compost. That's dead. That is dead. That's close to dead. We're gonna just escalate this, and the next episode we're gonna see her eating a carcass. I don't know why we would let it get to this point. It's just like, let's just go, and then we go into this little makeshift position. Yeah, you know, just take 2 and call me in the morning. We can't pressure cuff everything away. Okay, they love throwing that damn pressure cuff on somebody and then take 2 and call me in the morning. They can only do so much in there. She knows that this is unnatural. She knows more than anybody she cannot carry any children. And the from makes these things happen. If the from gave me anything, I would give it back.
Okay. What say you, Kay?
First of all, I wouldn't trust her either, because a homegirl do more drugs than what they do on Blink Twice. So I wouldn't trust her either. And you see how Fatima looked? The last time I seen somebody look like that was on the movie The Tommy Knockers. Guess what it was all along? Aliens. It's the xenomorph baby in there. That's what I'm telling y'all.
Oh
Watch
my
it pop out her
gosh.
stomach.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And someone brought up a good thing, and I can't find it now because y'all are doing your big one in the chat. We appreciate you being here. Shout out to 131 people who are in the building right now. We appreciate that. But said that when Kenny was in that diner and the From started playing, it's a
Oh yeah, there's
celebration.
a party going on right here. Yeah, it's petty.
But that Kenny should have paid attention, and that it could have had a deeper meaning. What else could we be celebrating? Could it be Fatima's love alien demon baby?
Child, I thought they were just being petty. You know, they love playing like, oh, our song playing on that little. They know stuff. Like it's just weird. I thought they were just trying to pick at Kenny, but they
the
do have.
aliens is watching.
They could be celebrating. No, we're having our way. Everything is falling into place that we've wanted. We got Tabitha out there thinking that she's out of the From, but we still seeing the little boy in white. I would think if we were out, we wouldn't see any semblance of. But like the lady said, my wife 40 years ago was painting these pictures of things that were in her dreams and psychedelics. Like this is all just one big hot mess. You got Boyd falling apart slowly. Alice over here trying to protect this demon baby. Kenan and lost 2 parents. They got reason to celebrate. Y'all all going down.
The From Monsters got reason to celebrate. This brought me joy. And y'all know, if you've been here for any length of time, I am not a Julie fan. Can't stand her. I don't like it at all. But she cussed Jim clean out, and I was absolutely here for it. He needed to hear everything that she said, because you ain't no kind of daddy. You ain't been no daddy. Ever since you lost that young one, Thomas, you haven't been a parent. I was Ethan's mama. And I'm sick of it. Sick of your ish. Okay. What she said, WTF, Jim. You're still leaving every chance you get. In this same episode, Ethan is still wandering around the From unattended. He pops up on Donna at the Colony House. He's out roaming the streets. He don't care about them kids. I don't care. And Julie let him have it. And I was here for it. Tyra, what did you think of this interaction?
Somebody needs to say something. He been running around here in these From streets amok since they got there. Doing like it's beyond, you know, a passion. I can understand the passion to want to leave and get your family out of there, but there's always like a shift on the safety and the care for these kids. But the issue is Jim wasn't in that caring space before they ever got there. Their family has already been, you know, shaky. Weren't they supposed to be getting a divorce that first season?
Mm-hmm. That was
they were on shaky ground.
Yeah, it's already been on shaky ground. So this is just magnifying everything that was in place before. But somebody needs to say something. We're hoping, since it was Julie, his daughter, that he'll listen and settle down. Like, it's not even like anybody's asking you to do something like protect us, Dad. Is that too much to make sure we're okay? Stay with us. Don't leave us. We already lost Mom. Can you be there for Ethan, your son? Like, it's I understand, you know, mourning and losing a child, but you already lost one. You want to lose 2, and your wife. Wake up.
Wake up.
Julie went through a whole. We acting like he just left him. Like, yeah, take care of your brother. Julie was just taken down into the depths of the dungeon, had the eyes rolled back into her head with the From folks. Julie might be about to experience. Like, when are we going to revisit that? I'm hoping that we're not going to just gloss over them being taken over. Her, Randall, the little girlfriend with the split ends. Mm-hmm. We need to revisit all of those things. Like, Julie may have some internal things happening. Like, when am I going to breathe? Why are we not making sure I'm okay?
Yeah.
Sit down, Jim.
Because we're definitely in a place that's something that they'll never go back from either. That left an indelible mark. And like that From creature told Boyd, you can save him today, but we're going to get him tomorrow. Like, it's not over. And I think they put their mark on him. Kay, was Julie right for cussing his A out?
Last time I checked, she ain't had that child. That ain't her baby. So why you keep leaving me with your child? Okay, this is your kid. Because if something happened to him, you're gonna come back and be like, oh no, why you ain't watch your brother? Sir, this is not my child. The kid is not my son. How about you stay home and you pay attention to him? But you know what? You ain't gonna do that, because if his name ain't Thomas, you don't give a damn.
I mean, they're living for a child that's gone. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I just want to take a quick moment while we have everybody in the building to let you guys know about a live that is happening at 9 o'clock immediately after this live or close to. Kay is hosting her spooky season kickoff tonight. The panel will be full of people. So guys, if you want to see some outfits, some cosplay, some costumes, participate in some games, be sure that you are subscribed over there to Slice of Horror so that you don't miss a thing. Yeah. Trent, by the way, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. By the way, I love how Victor's dad lied about how his wife quit doing Las Drogas.
While carrying Victor.
Oh, child, listen, because we know Victor touched. He was touched before the From.
Victor done been through some stuff. Y'all don't know his life.
But not he was a crack baby. I don't know.
Not Trent. No.
I'm not fooling with y'all tonight. Okay, because what I'll say next is inappropriate. We're going to ease on down this road. Sarah's on a redemption chore. I'll never trust her. I'll never trust her. Yes, I did it, and I hope she burns in the hot place. I'll never forgive her. I'll never forgive her for season 1. And she tried to take out my baby, Ethan. But I want to know, she's out here delivering dresses. She's reminiscing on yesterday. She done already saved Ethan and Julie the night of the great pet escape. Can she be trusted, Kay? Can she be trusted? Or is she going to flip the switch?
I told y'all I trust Sarah. Y'all the ones be hating on Sarah. Okay, she be channeling what the voices be telling her to do. I mean, sometimes it might not be right, but you can't. You got to take the good with the bad. Okay, I'm keeping Sarah around. Okay,
all right, 36 Mafia.
Right. I'm keeping her around. The rest of y'all ain't get. At least when she get her messages, she be trying to tell people, and she be saying, "This is what I see. This is what I heard." Some of y'all be having these dreams and visions and ain't saying nothing to nobody. So I'm here for you, Sarah.
Oh goodness. One tall girl 78. It's a catch-all for me. I'm from a certain era and everybody was just a crack baby. If the mama didn't even have to be on drugs to be a crack baby. Tyra. Tyra, can Sarah be trusted? And what do you think of this redemption tour that she's on?
I mean, if Sarah was going to pop off on folks, she would have did it again already. When she initially popped off, it wasn't personally Sarah. She was taken over by the From. The moment we didn't put her in that hot box to be done up, that was all she wrote. Like, Sarah has, saved and come through in many ways as she could with her connection to the From. I think we're redeeming her to either sacrifice her in her mission to say, because we do have her kind of connecting with Julie in this episode. It's like, okay, well, when it was me that one time, y'all wanted to, put me in the box and throw me away. And what are we going to do when it's Randall, Julie, the girlfriend with the split ends, when they're running around here and the From is telling them to do things? And it's multiple people who are acting like Sarah was when she was taken over. Are you going to kill Julie? Are you going to kill Randall? Like, I think it's going to bring a whole lot of stuff into question, because there's a reason why Julie went to her. And it's like, well, you would understand. I don't want to end up like you. That's foreshadowing. She's definitely going to end up like Sarah.
Oh, Lord. And we're going to see. And I the concept is interesting. Is Sarah a failed chosen one on the redemption path? What did the dad say in the basement? Didn't he say something about, most everyone else passed away? So, the way they're making it seem is that Tabitha would be the chosen one, Lord. And listen, again, I'm not going to get into it, because of all the people in all the world, why Bly? Why Bly?
In all the world, you had to walk into mine. You just had to be here, huh?
Had to. And this is final. They did a good job. Jade came in clutch, you guys. I told y'all Jade is a good man, Savannah. He's just different. You know what I mean? He's different. But he came and they put her back together again like she was Humpty Dumpty. They sat there. They did everything that they needed to do to get she and Chin together to have an open casket. Kenny made an appeal to Mullet. And Mullet acquiesced. She said, I don't know where to start. Jade said, listen, I used to play dress up as a kid. I got you.
Who was Molly? Christy?
Yes. 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 She'll forever be Mullet for me. And Ethan's there
Terrible.
with the Afghan. Just a really sad affair. He knows she's gone. Now he knows that death is real. And, I just had to put this in there. Any comments, any thoughts before we move on down the road?
I mean, they did what needs to be done. I'm looking forward to us not having to see Miss Chin destroyed body again, because they ran it. They used that prop. They said, we worked hard on this. Y'all gonna see it today. Y'all gonna see every bit of Miss Chin's ripped flesh, every other shot in the show. They made sure they made good on that. I'm good. Make sure she rests next to her husband. I'm just glad we ain't got to look at it no more.
Him too. Fletcher Three-Eyed Raven says, did you catch the part when Fatima couldn't open the door at the colony house? It was the talisman that didn't let her open the door. The other lady that was talking was her open the same door easily. No, I thought maybe it was just her weakness, because she goes in there to sleep every night. I don't know, y'all.
I'm sure it's if that from thing, that baby's in there and it's from them things can't go past the talisman. She may be getting even sicker in there because she's in the house and she needs. I think it's gonna get bad. Like, if she don't alley-oop that baby,
she can't alley-oop the baby. I got a plan, son. Immediately after the service, Boyd has a plan. And I'm thinking, Boyd, what the heck are you going through? A midlife crisis? Because his plan is they're going to catch one of them. They're going to catch one of the from monsters and I guess lock it in the house. But then once you catch it, Boyd, what you going to do with it? You don't have no power. I mean, last season, they had a situation, but I don't think you got it like you had it last season, Boyd. Will Boyd's plan work? Kay, what say you? Is it going to work?
Has his plans ever worked? At this point, has anybody's plans ever worked? Because at this point, Fromville is 2 steps ahead of y'all. How you plan something and the people that you planning the thing for is watching you? Just like you saying, hey, I'm going to plan to put everybody in the basement when the storm comes, and the storm is looking at you like, oh, okay, well, we'll just rain and flood out the basement. Hey, y'all, let's go hide in that tree when the people come running. Oh, y'all go hide in the tree? Got you. We'll fly over the top of the tree. Like, you planning something and they're sitting there watching you. The aliens got y'all on the video monitors, okay? They see your every move. Whisper, do something. Go plan in secret. Come up with a secret language or something. None of this is going to work. They're watching you.
Oh my goodness. I do too. Whoever is watching, there's an intelligent design here in From.
Mm-hmm.
They're being monitored and watched. There's never a time, unless they can start speaking to each other telepathically, that they'll be able to get anything over on the From. Tyra, is Boyd's plan going to work? Excuse me, Edwina Scissorhands, is Boyd's plan going to work? Because them eyes are throwing me off all
me? I want something, because I think there's a reason. Like, he could have went to, well, I'm not gonna say anybody, because everybody else in the town, all these people, we see some new random faces every single episode, but nobody's worth a thing or useful except for our core folks. Is he picking Ellis? That blood transfusion better come back into play.
Better.
That blood transfusion and the blood, and your blood is my blood, and boy, he ain't been shook, he ain't been shaken. That better come around. Like, there better be some immunity, something to where it arrives. I mean, his plans don't work per se, but it's worth a try. I mean, we tired of, are we just gonna keep letting things happen to us, or are we gonna try to do something? But in trying to do something, Boyd, let's not lose no more of our people, okay? Because if we lose some more people, then people are going to start losing faith in him, and that town is living on a prayer. Hopefully it works.
A wing and a prayer, Lord. Kay.
What? You know what?
Oh, no. You already answered this. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking about something else too. Like,
I'm looking at
like,
you.
why don't they move at some point? That, I mean, I know the things are gonna come too, but let's just try it in a different spot. At least make the creatures watching you work a little bit. Maybe let's go. Let's all move together. Let's all go. If everybody jump in the tree at one time and everybody end up in a different place, I don't know.
I've been over them having to, something's popping off. We got to get all the way from the hill to the hospital to the way everybody, there will be no more separate living. Everybody will be huddled together somewhere.
I would definitely go around them totems. I'm definitely going over. That's where the fresh food is. He said there might even be fish in that water. So there's a body of water. That's what they tell you the pioneers did, or the early people in the world in early prehistoric civilizations. You make your home near the flowing body of water. That's what you do. So why they don't want to build nothing from the scratch. They don't want to do that. They like the colony house. They like their houses that talk to them, and phones ring without cords and without paying a phone bill. And what I want to know is this really Thomas? Okay, because Thomas ain't telling no lies when he talked to Jim on the phone. But is he Thomas? When he said Jim, Jim was like, "You're not Thomas." Jim, let's get serious. Tyra, who is on the phone? Is it really Thomas? And then if it is really Thomas, is Jim going to answer this phone again? Is he going to keep calling, and is Jim going to keep answering?
As long as it rings, Jim's gonna answer. I don't give a damn who's on the other end. Jim gonna answer it like AT&T connected that phone with the hopes that somebody's gonna say, "Hey, Jim, follow me. I know the way out of here." Like somebody on the phone said, "Shut up, Jim. Shut up, Jim." If this is Thomas, are we dead? Because didn't Thomas die?
Mm-hmm. Thomas gone.
Like, are we dead? Like I swear they better not do the everybody's dead and this is purgatory. I wish they would. Jim's gonna answer the phone as long as it rings, but hey, this is Thomas. Like, okay, and what? Hang up. The way he be, I wouldn't answer that phone. Like, he's gonna answer it and listen, but I'm like, is this nothing good comes from the from? You should have learned your lesson with these phones when y'all tried to, build the little tower and get. You remember what happened with that when they called the phone last time? I wouldn't even look at that phone. I would have snatched it off the wall and smashed it.
Unless it's all in the mind. That's a theory too. Purgatory's been a theory. Simulations are a theory. Other situations. Kay, is it really Thomas? And if not, who is it? It's just the from screwing with him.
Y'all remember in season 3 of The Walking Dead when Rick was down there answering that phone and they ain't had no electricity?
Good season.
But he knew he was talking to somebody on that phone. He knew it was another, and they like the phone ain't even. There's no electricity. Who working at the phone company in a zombie apocalypse? Okay, at this point, I think that they probably all in a mental hospital. Okay, and then we're gonna get at some point when the nurse is gonna say, "All right, we're here with your meds," and it's gonna transform, and everybody gonna be in hospital gowns and straight jackets because what they're doing. Because if you think that your deceased son is calling you, either you dead with him or all of y'all are hospitalized, inpatient, committed.
Drive them. Everybody's just separately getting different vices to drive them crazy. I think this is Jim's like, my wife is dead now, my son is calling. I just hope he don't just start having late night conversations with the Thomas thing on the other end of that phone.
Oh, goodness gracious. And then finally, predictions for episode 3, season 3, episode 3. What do y'all think is going to happen, and what's going to come of Tabitha? Tyra, I'm starting with you. What's going on? Any predictions?
I would like for Tabitha and old Uncle Daddy to be out there hitting the streets. And I want them to get out of this house, for one, and really be out there trying to connect some dots and figure out something. But unfortunately, this is the from. I feel like we're going to stay in this house a little longer, talk a little longer. I'm just hoping that we keep Tabitha out there for as long as possible, making some stuff shake. I don't want to see Victor's father in the from. I'm going to say that again. I don't want to see Victor's father in the from, because we had all of that tragedy happen last season. And what happened? All of a sudden, that whole bus rolled up of folks, and it just happened to have Christy's girlfriend on it with split ends. Think about poor Victor in his little unraveling state. He happens to see his father. Please leave these people, like, let them really be out there with flashlights and digging holes and old school library. What's that little thing in the library where they push the button and it all go through some news articles? Let me see them horror tropes. I want to see you out there searching. what this is like for.
I can't
We're
even.
not.
I want to see them looking for answers.
I do. I want to see them out there, and I just feel like we're not going to do that. We're going to be in this house, and then all of a sudden, she's just going to wake up. She's just going to be in the prom. I just do something with it, please.
Okay. Any predictions for episode 3?
Fatima gonna be looking like Bella in Twilight even more. And I don't think people paying enough attention to her because maybe they ain't seen a pregnant person in a long time. They think this is normal. It's not normal. She shouldn't be looking like that. I don't know what the next step is with her and her baby xenomorph. I think that Tabitha's husband is going to pay attention to Ethan less because his favorite son he assumes is alive. Although ain't nobody on that phone, but the voice is in his head because at this point I'm gonna assume that he's a little bit insane. You know what, boy, if we're gonna carry out a plan, I need you to weigh the pros and the cons this time.
No, Tabitha is gonna do what she's doing, and Fatima is. I'm telling you, she's gonna be eating the animal next episode.
And ain't nobody gonna be paying attention because I don't know why they not looking at her enough. Like maybe you should just sit down, you and the xenomorph that's in there.
Lord have mercy, you guys. But that was it from season 3, episode 2. But before you go, do us a huge favor. If you enjoyed this live, shout out to the 140 some people that are still here. Thank you for being here. But if you enjoyed this live from our For Tuesdays, we are rotating hosts every single week from the 3 of us on this panel. So do us a favor, make sure that you're subscribed to each person's channel on the panel. Make sure that you drop a comment below. It helps to push the live out, and hopefully we'll get even more people here next week. But before we go, let Kay I'm not even going to split the screen up. Let the people know what's going on over there at A Slice of Horror during spooky season.
Y'all, today, okay, 9:15 p.m. EST, we're going to have a whole panel of people to celebrate Halloween. We are kicking off spooky season, playing some games, doing some trivia, some would you rather. We're going to have a good time celebrating Halloween costumes, okay? And you guys are going to be voting for who's going to win, okay? We need y'all to be there to vote for the winner. We are going to have our Halloween kickoff, and we're going to be celebrating all month long. We're going to do some watch-alongs, some trailer reactions. I'm going to give you some Black horror gems. So if you are a horror fan, if you're a Halloween fan, I'm going to do my individual shorts for each From episode and give you my theories from each episode. So check the shorts in my on my channel. There's an interview with Harold Perrineau on my channel. If you go and check in the video section, you will see an interview from him and his thoughts on season 3 of From. But hit that subscribe button and come back this evening, okay? Halloween horror people, we got you.
Tyra, what's going over there at Struggle Reviews?
Struggle. The normal. Be sure to check out my solo recap of From, please. That would be nice. Run up. Welcome to the Dollhouse. Be on the lookout tomorrow for myself and anybody who is a member, second tier and up, us getting into How Stella Got a Groove back and breaking that film down. That's going to be absolutely fun. If you are not a member, please become one. And also be on the lookout for Strictly Business and Training Day videos that will be dropping really, really soon. To anybody who is just getting in here, I think that was Tyron that I see you over there. If you just get in here, it's okay. You can always run the video back. I want you guys to be leaving those thoughts and theories in the comments down there. This is a show where you can say anything, because I think there was Daryl up there asking the questions that people want to know, like, why is all this talk about Thomas talking to anybody? Wasn't Thomas the baby when he passed? Like, I was like, well, I don't know. If y'all saying the baby rolled off of a table, I'm going to assume they were, pretty small. And yet hey, Dad, it's Thomas. I was like, what? It's giving Gabe. It's giving.
I was just going to say, it's giving Gage.
No fair. It's giving Pet Cemetery. I don't know. But yeah, y'all leave all of that in the comments and, run up and support everybody. Be sure to come on over and support Kay in all her horror situation we have going tonight. Getting into cosplay. If you like what you see here, you know what I'm saying? If you like what you see here, go on over there. I cannot wait to see what everybody else has on and see what Kay has in store for us tonight. I'm very interested. I can't wait to see what Kay comes out in, because child, she's saving it. I want to see what it is.
But you guys, thank you so much for being here. I actually launched my sweet Vlogtober today. Check out the intro video for that, the welcome video, and the community tab so you don't miss a thing. Y'all, I do a ton of uploads. Please go and check out the From recap review, check out Grotesquerie, and we still have all of our weekly lives. We will be back this week on Thursday, right, to talk Grotesquerie.
Yes.
Friday night we'll be here for Reasonable Doubt, and then Saturdays are for member only watch-alongs and KillerCon. So thank you guys again for all of the love, for being kind to one another. Like, we appreciate you so much. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you like it, y'all. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and have the most amazing night.